Good morning, everybody. This is Brittany at Big Cat Rescue here in Tampa, Florida. And I wanted to show you guys, about a week or so ago, you see these two cones. Cyrus and Regina were out doing a stick run a couple Sundays ago, and they came across this mama plover. And she's super hard to see, and she laid her eggs in the rocks here. And her eggs even look like rocks, but she has been such a good mama. So we made sure that everybody knew that she was here. And luckily she's not on the main path. You can see she's kind of right in front of where Catherine's house used to be. And that's an intern house right there. And then vacation rotation and entrance to the sanctuary. So she has incredible camouflage, and everybody's been very mindful of her, so that's very exciting. I'm on foot by choice just to get some exercise. I felt like I did a lot of sitting, driving, things like that over the last few days. So thank you guys for sharing this, tagging each other, alerting everybody that we're live. I was gonna check in with a lot of the cats that we didn't see in Outback and kind of at the back end of the sanctuary, because the news around the street is that Miss Val is finally starting to eat in her lockout. But she will only do so if everybody totally leaves. So I'm not going to be going into that front corner of the sanctuary today. The bird I just showed you is a plover. P-L-O-V-E-R. You guys can Google it. Teeny tiny cute little bird. Let's pop over here and see what Illithia is doing. Not sure. Oh, there she is. Hi, lady. Have you had breakfast yet? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say if you're over here being hissy, that's a no. She's like, I go in lockout. So apparently this route has not been completed on feeding yet, so. What a good girl going in lockout though. This is Illithia. She's an African Serval. So pretty. Yeah, it's an incredible week when all cats are currently eating in lockouts. So I wanted to give you guys a second to share this, make sure, especially all our regulars and our moderators are here, our regular viewers. As a little update about King Tut, I'm just gonna stay right here because she won't probably stay there if I walk over there. She's waiting on the treat cart. It's actually the food cart this time. So you guys know that on Monday evening, probably know by now, we posted an update on the main page in the groups, and it was live on the Explore camera. But King Tut, one of our hybrids, he's about 13 years old, and he gradually all last week started eating less and less. Each day was only eating about an ounce of food. So he went into the recovery hospital over the weekend, and then Dr. Justin came out to see him Monday. And I'll be completely and totally honest with everybody, we went into that procedure thinking we might be saying goodbye to him, which is why Jamie didn't even have me do a Facebook Live. It really all came down to the blood work. So he was allowing us to give him fluids, actually way easier than Beecher ever did, which was nice. So he's gotten fluids, he's gotten all kinds of injectable meds. We sent out a urine sample, blood samples, did a full physical exam, took x-rays, did not see anything that was obvious that would be creating him to always act hungry but not want to eat anything. And so because the blood work was not alarming and we didn't physically see anything, we decided to send out even more samples, get some second opinions, see if anybody noticed anything that Dr. Justin didn't. And yesterday it came back that he has a hyperthyroid issue, so we are going to be starting on new types of meds. He's going to remain in the recovery hospital for a little bit longer. We want to see if he starts eating consistently, taking the meds consistently. Hi, lady. I know, your feeder will be here in a minute. Pretty girl. Look at that pretty face. I'm showing you Illithia Serval, but I'm talking about King Tut. And so he'll be in the recovery hospital. I was out taking a personal day yesterday with family. But of course, first thing in the morning, I was texting Lauren and Aaron. I was like, how's our golden prince? And they said he was very perky. He was making lots of biscuits. And then by about 11 o'clock in the morning, he had eaten 5 ounces and like 1/8 of a cup of kibble. So that was very good. Let's see. And then by the afternoon is when I found out hyperthyroid. So that's going to be a different set of medications. So anywho, we're hopeful as long as he's responsive to the meds, continues eating. Actually, Jamie's cat Lucifer that lives in the party house with us is in a similar condition, and he takes his meds and eats really well, so he's been continuing to thrive. So fingers crossed. I do believe that if he starts eating and stays consistent, there's a very good chance he will be moved into the kitten cabana in order to allow him more time to graze on food instead of, we can't really leave food out with him for very long because of birds, squirrels, bugs. So we're remaining hopeful, but I won't lie, we were very scared on Monday, and Lauren and I didn't film or have cameras or anything. We just went in and held our breath while we took x-rays and blood work, and luckily we got to bring him out and wake him up, so that's very exciting. Hi, Zuzu! I'm getting all the greetings from the Servals this morning. So this is Zucari. He's also still waiting on breakfast, because it looks like Kat and Marie are over there feeding Kali. Kali's where I wanted to go next, so we'll watch Kali have breakfast. So that is my update on King Tut. If you missed it, you can rewatch this live when it's over. It'll post at dailybigcat.com. It'll also post over on our Big Cat Rescue Twitter. And we'll keep you guys updated as we know things. Are you so excited? I do also know that Dr. Justin took a look at Hutch Serval. So on Monday, I also told you guys that we were concerned that his knee is worsening and that it could potentially lead to surgery. But I believe the consensus was surgery. He might not be a good candidate for that. So what we've got to do is just keep his activity level low, keep him comfortable like we have been, and continue to monitor it, because I believe Dr. Justin looked at Hutch after the procedure with Tut, so yeah. So we've already taken him out of the operant conditioning program so that he doesn't have to, get too worked up about food and running and chasing and doing downs and various things like that. It's like a gazelle. He's so fast. He always beats us to lockout, even when he's furthest away. He's so funny. He's doing good. Yeah, you got diet increase? That's exciting. That's exciting. Whoa. He's getting lots of red and chicken thighs today. Some mush. Let's go over and see Kali. I don't like to crowd Zucari during feeding time because he's one of those cats that just tries to swallow the food whole, even when it's a huge piece, and then he ends up showing it to you again. Go over here. Kali tiger. 21-year-old tiger girl. She's just in her feeding lockout. This is a good angle to show you. This is only a small box extended off the side of their full enclosures, which hers goes way over there and way back there. And it's really helpful because this is where we call them in to eat. We can actually do vaccines in these lockouts. We can catch cats for vet visits or moving them around in these lockouts. It's also where they come for their water bowls. Good job, lady. And every single cat has at least one feeding lockout, if not multiple. So you see that there's the slab on the ground there. Some of them are elevated, some are lower. And after we feed every single day between 8 and 9 in the morning, then the cleaning crew comes out after, spends the next few hours scrubbing down every single one of those plates, refilling all those waters. So you see she had chicken drums, chicken thighs, and this is what we call mush. And it's a ground beef diet. It's basically the whole animal ground up, so they're getting the organ meat, all the things that they would get in the wild. We lovingly call it their vegetables, even though they're 100% carnivores. And Kali usually doesn't leave a speck on her plate. Thank you so much to everybody helping out in the comments. I'm like the sun is directly behind me and it's like a huge glare on my screen, so I'm hoping you're even seeing her eat. I can't see a lot of the comments right now. I hear somebody calling. I think it sounds like Priya. Good job, lady. You guys know that Kali just had a bunch of dental work a couple weeks ago. She had multiple root canals and she had to have an incisor extracted. But she's doing great. She likes to get every little piece. Just gotta be really hard with such a big mouth. Oh, here, I use my foot. You're so smart. Use your foot to push that piece in. She goes after like the smallest little bone shards too. It's hilarious. You can leave that piece. There's still other pieces. Exactly. She's like, nope, this food is expensive. It costs them $10,000 a year just to feed me. I'm not wasting a bit. You're so silly. So as I mentioned, she is 21 years old. So if you times a cat's age by 6, that's roughly what they would be in human years. So she is quite an elderly lady. not technically the oldest cat on property, but she's the oldest of the biggest cats on property. Thank you, Chris, for letting me know there's been $50 in donations. Thank you so very much to everybody who's donating. 100% of your donations is what goes to the care of these cats. We've got around 40 permanent residents. We're back up to, let's see, what, 2, 4, 5, 6 rehab Bobcats. I know that, so Orpheus is doing well. That was the new baby male Bobcat that came in last week. Hi, sweet girl. You gonna get some water before you leave? I'm following you wherever you're going. Still trying to get those little pieces. No? Okay, let's see where you're gonna go. Good girl. That's my good lady. Hi, honey. That's my good lady. It's the best tiger chuff on the whole property. Yes, it is. What a good girl. Clean Plate Club president. Yes. Good girl. Whoa. So anyway, we are starting a round of medication. Orpheus, of course, came in with a huge parasite load. Basically every type of worm a wild cat can have, he's got it. And we're treating for all of that type of thing. Is that where you're gonna lay? Yeah, that looks like a good spot. Whoa. I know, sweet old lady. And we are now going to start him on medication for sort of the neurological side of things. So we're going to try the same combination of medications that we used with Malaya and with Winter. So those got started yesterday. We'll start seeing if that changes anything at all. So I think if there's any other updates. We talked about Tut, talked about Orpheus, checking in with Kali. We've already seen Illithia and Zucari if you guys joined in late. Yeah, so cleaning Orpheus on Monday was just one giant poopy mess, but boy oh boy, that cat loves to eat now, so that's very, very exciting because that means he's going to take any of the medications that we need to give him at this point, so that's fabulous. It's easier to help the cats when they're willing to eat the meds. So, and I did a major update on Tut. Loki, I'm thinking, haven't heard anything super new. I know he's still kind of going through phases of being a little picky. He doesn't always want to eat first thing in the morning, but he is you know, continuing to graze throughout the day. It seems perky, so no news on that at this point. Hi, honey. Oh, goodness sakes. You going in your den for the day? This is her spot, man. She loves being in this den after breakfast. Yep, that's where we're gonna go. All right. Have a good day, my girl. So all of this is Kali's enclosure. She just likes that den after breakfast. So, let's see, and I already mentioned that I won't be going to the front half of the sanctuary, and so when I speak of that, I basically mean everybody from Lovey Bobcat forward, so everything that's in the frame. All those cats I'm not gonna go near this morning because the last couple of days they've been able to feed Val in a feeding lockout, but they have to drop it and leave, and every single person in the area has to be gone. So I'm not gonna affect her eating breakfast. And I know that Coda has also been eating in lockout. She hasn't necessarily eaten every single piece in lockout. She eats a little bit. Sometimes we have to give her a piece or two just to get her towards the lockout, and then we can drop the rest in. She's been doing pretty well on that, so. Next tiger's up and moving. Usually just see him asleep in a den, but he does have his morning routine of walking this corner. Let's at least get a maxi close up, because maybe we'll get a maxi chuff, and those are pretty magical. And pretty view of the lake with the fountain. Yeah. Hi, Maxie Moo. How's my guy? How's my guy? There's a magic chuff. Oh my goodness. So Sweet Maxie was rescued, and there's Aria in the background. Are you guys talking this morning? Sweet Maxie was rescued from Guatemala. He'd been used and abused in the circus life, and poor buddy has a lot of little unique qualities about how that ordeal has shaped him, because that's the best way to put his trauma into words. Sometimes he's super chill and super relaxed, and then sometimes he gets pacey. But he's a good eater. Hi! And he's so handsome. But this is his territory in the morning, and this is what he likes to do. You can see he's made his own little corridor. Max actually has all of these enclosures, dens, platforms. He's got, does he actually have access to 1, 2, 3 swimming pools that all face the lake. All right, Bud, one more cute face. One more cute face. And one more chuff. That's so sweet. That is so sweet. Alright, we'll walk out this way. So everything we're passing now is Max's enclosure. This is the den he will end up in and spend most of his day in. But the boy really loves sickles. We've learned a lot about him. We know how to really kind of maneuver around his like special needs. So learning experience for all of us. I always feel the absolute worst for the circus tigers, because every single one of them has just had so much psychological damage done. So I really hope people out there watching have sworn off ever attending a circus that uses live animals, because I don't think people understand. You can't make animals do all those tricks without really doing some psychological and fear-mongering and actual abuse. So never ever support the circus with live animals. Go to Circus Olay, it's amazing. At least those people can choose to perform. I was gonna go see Hutch. Time is at 9:15. Probably have about 10 minutes left before I gotta walk back. If you guys ever missed these lives, I didn't do one yesterday or Sunday because, as I mentioned, I had family in town, and I was telling them they were so excited that I could take 2 days to hang out with them, and I was like, well, in 2019, I was stockpiling my time off because I thought I was going to Africa. And then 2020 happened, and of course, everything fell apart. And then I didn't really go anywhere in 2021 either, so it just kept building, and there's no way I can take like 6 weeks off work all at once. So I've been trying to like do a little bit here and there. So that was really nice. All right. I came in a gate kind of early because I'm going to walk around. Hopefully he's on this side. Something else I wanted to mention that is coming up. Well, first of all, I checked in this morning. It looks like we've had 19 people sponsor Coda. So it's a good number, but for a lion, we usually expect triple that. So what I'm hoping is that we will be oh, there he is. I'm coming, buddy. What I'm hoping is that maybe people are just waiting for a new month, or because we didn't put it out at the beginning, you guys might have already sponsored some other cats at the beginning of the month. Hi, sweet boy. Hi, my handsome guy. That's my buddy. But what I'm thinking also is, and I don't know if we've even mentioned this, but our give day, Big Cat Rescue give day, is like only like 2 weeks away, if that. Hi, sweetheart. Ah, what a good boy. So if you want to sponsor Coda or any of the other cats, you can do that at bigcatrescue.biz. Right? Yeah, including Hutchkins. Especially since he's on twice-a-day medicine. Stay comfortable. So it doesn't look a whole lot worse, per se, his back knee, but he's being a little sensitive about it. Yeah. So with BCR Give Day coming up, we are going to be doing lives on and off all day. We will be, of course, fundraising for the cats. It's one of our like 2 biggest fundraising days of the entire year for the cats here at Big Cat Rescue. We do other days of, you know, the year, like International Tiger Day, but we donate all of that money to conservation efforts. We do the same thing for Wildcat Walkabout, where we usually support multiple conservation efforts. So BCR Give Day and Giving Tuesday in November are usually our 2 biggest days of the year to really support the cats. So we'll be giving you guys more information about what we're fundraising for this year, what our match is going to be for donations. And I'm hoping, hoping that, oh, where are we going? That we will be able to give Coda her very first large enrichment item. So you guys probably saw that Afton has been testing her with paper products. I mean, at the rescue site, there was a bunch of like plastic buckets and containers and things like that in her enclosure that were not great toys, but at least she hadn't eaten them. So we were hopeful she'd be allowed to have paper enrichment. So I believe our enrichment group for the last couple of weeks has been working on a theme for BCR Give Day. It's the first Tuesday in May. So please keep that on your calendar so that all of you guys can come and support us during all of our lives. And there will be a link and a page that you guys can donate directly to, or we will be raising money on Facebook where you can donate here as well. So first Tuesday in May, BCR Give Day. Please make sure you guys, if possible, I realize everybody works, but if possible, you'll come join us. We'll do several throughout the day, so it's actually a good angle for his little knee.
All right, sweet boy. I'm gonna go because I don't want you to keep walking around. All right. Let's go see. We got a few more minutes. Let's go check in on Moses and Bailey. Two of our older sets of Bobcats here. They recently moved close to Funcation. I do believe that tomorrow is going to be moving cat day. So that means I will try to go live as we move cats to and from the 22,000 square foot Funcation enclosure. And then our 2.5 acre vacation rotation for the big guys. So Simba Tiger would be going home. Our next Lucky Tiger would be going out. But I will hopefully find all that kind of stuff out in our staff meeting in about a half an hour. Let's see where these bobbies are. Well, there's a ginger. There's a ginger cat up there. She's like, not for long, bye. Ginger Serval. There they are. I'll be totally honest, the thing that really upsets me about Hutch and his knee is I think back to the fact that he was born in captivity, raised by humans, so he didn't get mother's nutrition, and then sold into the pet industry. And of course, somewhere along the way, he did not get proper health care. And because he was already fragile, because he wasn't born and raised by mom, hi, Moses is the one looking at us, Bailey is the one not. So it just breaks my heart because basically every Serval here at Big Cat Rescue has some kind of health deformity or health issue, and it's all stems from having been born and raised by humans, because humans think, oh, if I bottle raise this baby, it's gonna bond to me for life, and that's usually not the case. They 100% deserve to have been born and raised by their mamas in Africa, in the wild. But almost every Serval here has some kind, they've either broken a leg at some point in their life, or they've got some kind of limp, or they were declawed. They were just fed a terrible diet growing up. So it breaks my heart because Hutch has such spirit and he's such a sweet guy, but he clearly, you know, he's got a medical condition that he's had for a really long time. And that can be really hard. I think he's like, I know he's in his mid to late teens. I can't recall his exact age right at this moment, but that can be really hard to try to do some kind of surgery on an older cat like that. So it's just heartbreaking. Right? Momo! Bales! You guys so cute. I figured you'd be spooning by now. Got a bunch of pictures of them the other day where they were cuddling, and at one point it just looked like Bailey was the biggest bobcat you've ever seen, because she was like the perfect little spoon, and Moses kind of had his face hidden, so it just looked like the absolute biggest bobcat I ever saw, and it was just two of them spooning. Little spoon Bailey, big spoon Momo. Alright, I think we've got just a couple of minutes, so I'm gonna walk behind Funcation. I'm pretty sure there will be a Manny back there because they shift him back and forth for cleaning. So he would have eaten breakfast back here. And then we'll pop around the corner and we'll say hi to Cyrus, and that's where we're gonna end for today. We've been live for a little while. We've seen quite a few cats and quite a few updates about random things. So again, rewatch this at dailybigcat.com. Go sponsor a cat or buy some merchandise for each cat that you love over at bigcatrescue.biz. Hi, Cyrus. Hi, cutie. Is your camera live yet? Is your camera live yet? Hi. Yeah, is it live? What do you think? Yeah. He's got a new camera right over there. You can find all the cameras at bigcatcams.com. And this is Cyrus. He is a Caracal. Yeah, you sure are. Caracals rule. Sadly, also born into captivity, used as a breeder for the pet industry. He was fully declawed at the cattery, probably to make him quote unquote safer to be around and to interact with. I've seen how crazy he is. He's even broken a tooth off because he's so crazy. He came in with Zucari, one of the first Servals that we saw. The one you saw run like a gazelle to his feeding lockout. Right, silly? You're so silly. We're so silly. Where's your scary neighbor? Where's the scary neighbor? Oh, I see you. You're being very sketch. I'm gonna have to come around and show him over there. That's really funny. Let's go around the corner. Let's go around the corner and show him. Yeah. I gotta go the long way. All of this enclosure is Cyrus's home. Try not to trip over anything. All right, buddy, I gotta go back this way. Here's Miss Chaos in her usual morning spot. Can we get one close up? I know. Oh, goodness sakes. Goodness. You're so fierce. You are so fierce. Goodness. Goodness, lady. Well, that didn't wake y'all up. This face over here probably will. Hi, Stinker. Yeah, Cyrus trills. Hi, handsome. Cyrus trills and Chaos spits. And this is Manny. I think it's your last day to enjoy the vacation. If they got your cage done, then you go home tomorrow. That's very exciting. You got sand on your nose. Chaos hisses and Manny kisses. That's how we're gonna wrap up for today. Oh, that Miss Chaos lives up to her name like none other. Well, a huge thank you to everybody who got us to $100 for donations today. I really appreciate that. If you guys haven't been checking out our Instagram lately, make sure you do. I've been sharing a lot of our TikToks over on Instagram now. So if you're one of those people like I was for the longest time that 100% refused to join TikTok, but then you realized how fun and cute and ridiculous some of the videos are, especially with the cats, you can find those on our Instagram, as well, of course, as TikTok. And then dailybigcat.com, that's where you can rewatch today and
hear the latest update on King Tut, all the other randomness that I talked about. And if it's moving cat day tomorrow, that's the kind of lives that we'll be doing throughout the day. And if it's not, I'll try to do a traditional walkabout. It just might be later in the morning, because if I want to show any of the cats up towards the front, I really need to make sure that Val has had breakfast. So you guys know the cats always come first. That's the way it should be, right, Mr. Man? Old Wild Wednesday over here. Old Wild Wednesday. Featuring Manny. And a huge thank you to everybody who helped keep the comments positive and educational, and you helped anybody who was brand new. If you guys are brand new or you've not watched very many lives, you are always able to set up your notifications and make sure you get notified when we go live on Facebook. Sometimes I go live on Instagram, but I really haven't been doing much of that recently, so. All right, sleepyhead. So thank you guys. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys again soon.